Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive.
Hello.
Today we're embarking on a truly delicious adventure, I think. We're exploring a real treasure trove of barbecue wisdom.
Yeah.
We've got our hands on this incredible collection of recipes, ranging from the familiar smoky classics to some, frankly, truly surprising culinary twists.
It's fascinating because what we're about to explore isn't just like a list of ingredients and steps. It's more of a journey, really,
Well,
through the ingenuity and the cultural diversity that barbecue represents. You'll find yourself not just discovering new dishes, but really understanding the intricate dance of flavors and techniques that define this beloved cooking style, across the globe.
absolutely. So our mission for you, our dedicated listener, is to kind of give you a shortcut to understanding this vast world of barbecue.
Right.
We'll try to extract the most important nuggets, highlight those aha moments where, seemingly disparate ideas kind of click into place.
Yeah, those connections.
And maybe, just maybe, inspire your next grilling session. So get ready to have your taste buds tingling and your culinary curiosity piqued. So as we opened up this incredible collection, what immediately struck me was just the sheer scale and the variety.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just one type of barbecue, is it? It's like an entire spectrum of approaches, ingredients, traditions.
Absolutely. This collection is really a testament to how barbecue transcends any single definition. You'll see everything.
Mm.
From the foundational sauces and rubs, which are truly the soul of barbecue, I'd say, to diverse proteins like beef, pork, chicken, right through to game, and even, more exotic choices like alligator and oysters.
Alligator. We'll get to that.
We will.
Yeah.
And of course, the ingenious sides that, elevate a simple grilled meal into a complete culinary experience. It truly showcases how barbecue has evolved far beyond just putting meat over an open flame.
Yeah, definitely. And just to give you a sense of the full scope before we dive into specifics, let's just touch on some of the broad categories we'll be exploring today.
Good idea.
Okay, so on the protein front, we're looking at beef in its many glorious forms. Think succulent ribs, rich brisket, leaner flank steak, everyday burgers, comforting roasts.
A whole range?
Exactly. Pork is incredibly well represented, too. A wide array of preparations, including baby back and spare ribs, tenderloin, and even creative takes like these delicate pork buns.
The pork buns.
We also find chicken, of course, more unique game like doves, and if those feel like adventurous, yeah, even something like alligator.
And beyond the land animals, the collection also dives into some fascinating seafood delights.
Right, the seafood.
We're talking salmon steaks, fresh oysters, succulent shrimp, all given the barbecue treatment.
Which isn't always the first thing you think of.
No. And crucially, the foundations of these dishes are explored through a multitude of barbecue sauces and rubs, each one designed to impart a specific character, from fiery hot to subtly sweet.
Yes, and the sides. They are anything but an afterthought here. This compendium ranges from classic potato and corn preparations to grilled pineapple and some truly unique relishes that really bring balance and, frankly, surprise to the plate. It's a really holistic view of the barbecue experience.
It's fascinating, too, how even within a single category, like, say, barbecue sauce, you'll find multiple distinct versions, each with its own character, its own purpose.
Right.
And this really prompts us to consider what makes each one unique and how do they contribute to that broader tapestry of barbecue flavors. It's not just variety for variety's sake, you see. It's about targeted flavor profiles.
All right, let's unpack that idea then. Let's jump straight into what many of us think of first when we hear barbecue, the sauce.
The sauce, the essence.
Exactly. This collection starts strong with some truly distinctive options. And a good sauce, to my mind, it's transformative. It can make or break the dish.
You're absolutely right. A well-crafted sauce can take a simple piece of meat and just elevate it into something extraordinary.
Yeah.
And what's particularly interesting across these recipes, how they take similar base ingredients, think tomato, vinegar, sugar.
Usual suspects.
Right. And manipulate their ratios and additions to achieve vastly different yet equally compelling flavor profiles. It's a delicate art, really, an art of balance. Hashtag tag 2.1, crafting signature sauces.
Okay, picking things off with a bang, we have the aptly named ass-kickin' beer barbecue sauce.
Huh! Love the name.
Me too. What immediately grabs my attention isn't just the promise of heat. You've got hot chili sauce, Tabasco, even an optional habanero.
Wow.
But the intriguing inclusion of beer That seems like a really clever move to complement such intensity.
Right.
What makes this combo so effective, do you think?
That's a fantastic observation. And the brilliance here truly lies in the dynamic balance they've achieved. It's not just about raw heat, right? It's about building a complex flavor profile. You have that bold, multi-layered spice, certainly, but it's beautifully modulated by brown sugar for sweetness, vinegar and lemon juice for that critical acidic cut, and Worcestershire sauce providing that essential umami depth.
Right, the Worcestershire.
And the beer is a game changer. It introduces a kind of malty richness, a subtle bitterness that grounds the sauce. It allows it to stand up to the spice and pair exceptionally well with robust grilled meats. It's really a masterclass in how different elements can harmonize to create something truly memorable.
So from that intensity, it's interesting to see how this collection then tailors flavors for specific ingredients. Let's look at a very specific one. Barbecue fish sauce.
Ah, yes.
That seems a bit lighter, Leaning on vegetable oil as a base and a good amount of lemon juice. How does a sauce like this differ in its design philosophy compared to, say, one for red meat?
Well, this is a crucial distinction. When you're designing a sauce for delicate seafood, the aim is often to complement, rather than overpower.
Well, you don't want to lose the fish.
Exactly. The significant presence of lemon juice here is key. Its bright acidity cuts through the richness of fish, providing a fresh, zesty counterpoint. The vegetable oil gives a lighter mouthfeel than butter would, and the onion provides a more aromatic, less heavy base than the intense spice blends you might find in a red meat sauce. It just ensures the delicate flavors of shrimp or flaky fish can still shine through.
It's great to see this collection isn't prescriptive either. It even gives us options. We have barbecue sauce recipe version 1 and version 2, showing there's no single right way to make a classic. Version 1, for instance, is quite similar to our ass-kicking sauce, right? Still building on that butter sauteed onion and garlic base with hot chili sauce, brown sugar, vinegar, and beer.
Yeah, familiar territory.
But version 2 takes a decidedly different turn. It uses canola oil, apple cider vinegar, fruit juices, and blends everything smooth in a food processor. What does this tell us about the foundational approaches to sauce making?
Well, what stands out here is the contrast, both in texture and preparation philosophy. Version 1 follows a more traditional layered approach, starting with a sauté, then simmering to let flavors meld over time. This often results in a richer, maybe more rustic sauce.
Right.
Version 2, by blending its ingredients with canola oil and fruit juices, suggests a smoother, potentially brighter, and definitely quicker preparation.
Ah, quicker.
Yeah, it's designed for immediacy, and the fruit juices likely offer a lighter, more vibrant sweetness and acidity, maybe appealing to a different palate or just a quicker meal prep. It highlights that barbecue sauce is a broad church, accommodating various styles and culinary needs.
Now, for something that sounds truly substantial, a barbecue sauce glaze. This one immediately caught my eye because it specifically calls for pork drippings.
Ooh, nice.
And a whopping half-gallon of ketchup, or coupe, as they spell it here.
A coupe. Love it.
That's a serious pace. What kind of impact do pork drippings have, and how does that volume of ketchup factor in?
Okay, so if we connect this to the bigger picture, using drippings adds an incredible depth of flavor and richness, something you simply can't replicate with oil or butter alone.
Right.
It's essentially infusing the sauce with the essence of the meat it will eventually coat. And the massive volume of ketchup or cup provides a robust, sweet and tangy foundation. This isn't just a sauce. It's designed to be a thick, clinging glaze.
Ah, glaze.
Exactly. And the suggestion to thin it with beer highlights the versatility, allowing the cook to adjust consistency for different applications, whether you want a heavy coating or maybe just a lighter basting liquid.
Speaking of foundations, there's a basic BBQ sauce that makes a very direct statement with its inclusion of liquid BBQ smoky.
Smoky! Interesting spelling.
Right. But for those without a smoker, that's a clear shortcut to that authentic smoky flavor, isn't it?
Absolutely. This recipe focuses on delivering that foundational smoky flavor directly through an additive, which is incredibly useful if you don't have access to an outdoor smoker or grill.
Get practical.
It's about democratizing that signature barbecue taste, and the extended simmering time, a full 30 minutes. That's also crucial here. It allows the vinegar, brown sugar, spices to meld thoroughly, ensuring a well-integrated and robust base flavor before it even touches the meat, creating a cohesive and satisfying profile even without hours in the pit.
And for those who appreciate depth, BBQ sauce version 2 has a specific instruction to refrigerate it overnight after simmering.
Ah, yes, the overnight
That's a
steps.
key detail, right?
Yeah.
Suggests the flavors truly develop with time, almost like a good stew or curry.
That instruction really underscores a fundamental principle in flavor development: time.
Hmm.
Many sauces, especially those with multiple layers of sweet, acidic, savory components, they benefit immensely from a period of rest. This overnight chilling lets the spice notes bloom, the sugars fully dissolve and integrate, and all the individual elements just harmonize.
Right.
It results in a more complex, cohesive, and mellow sauce, where no single flavor dominates, but rather they all work in concert. It's about patience paying off in flavor.
Now, for those who truly love a kick, there's Big Mouth BBQ sauce.
Another great name.
The ingredient list is concise but powerful, notably including 2 small bottles of Louisiana hot sauce. That's not subtle. What does this tell us about the intended flavor experience?
Uh-huh. No, definitely not subtle. This sauce is clearly not for the faint of heart. It's designed to deliver a significant, immediate impact.
Right.
The generous amount of Louisiana hot sauce combined with a pint of vinegar immediately signals a spicier, tangier profile. Yellow mustard also plays a role here, often contributing a sharp, savory note that's distinct from powdered mustard. Adds another layer of complexity to the heat and acidity. It's a bold statement sauce meant to wake up your palate and stand up to strong meat flavors.
Another intriguing option is the brisket sauce. What immediately caught my attention here was the inclusion of sweet pickle.
Sweet pickle. Interesting.
Yeah, that's not something you typically expect in a traditional brisket sauce, is it? Adds a distinctive twist.
It truly does. This recipe offers a unique blend where the sweetness from brown sugar is amplified and given this delightful counterpoint by the sweet pickle. This isn't just for flavor, though. The acidity from the pickle would also cut through the inherent richness and fattiness of brisket, creating a more balanced and intriguing flavor experience. Combined with the savory depth of tomato puree and Worcestershire, it's clearly designed to complement that specific cut of beef, offering something beyond the usual.
And finally, for our journey through sauces, let's explore the Cajun BBQ sauce. This one sounds incredibly robust. Starts with a full pint of oil,
Wow, a pint.
a rich base of sautéed green peppers, garlic, onions, celery, along with tomato paste and various sauces. The instructions are quite detailed, particularly the note to avoid stirring once the sauce separates and to baste with both sauce and oil. What's the culinary thinking behind such specific instructions?
Okay, what stands out here is a really sophisticated approach to managing texture and flavor delivery. The initial sautéed vegetable base, the Holy Trinity plus garlic, builds a deep aromatic foundation characteristic of Cajun cuisine.
Right.
The instruction to avoid stirring once the sauce separates suggests that the oil is intentionally allowed to rise. This could be to form a protective layer, maybe prevent burning, or facilitate a specific kind of basting where the oil helps carry and adhere the sauce to the meat.
Oh,
Basting with both sauce and oil ensures a very robust, glistening coating that can stand up to strong meat flavors. It indicates a sauce designed for sustained, rich flavor on heavily grilled or smoked items. It's a complex technique.
Okay, now that we've journeyed through the foundational sauces, let's turn our attention to the stars of the show,
Yes.
the meats.
Yes. No mid-event.
This collection offers an incredible range, really showing how versatile barbecue truly is.
This section genuinely highlights the art of adaptation in barbecue. You'll observe how different cuts, different types of meat demand distinct preparations, marinades, cooking methods.
It's all about achieving their optimal flavor and texture, whether that's the long, slow tenderization of a tough cut or the quick, flavorful sear of something more delicate.
Beef is, of course, a cornerstone of many barbecue traditions, and this collection doesn't disappoint in showcasing its variety. Let's start with barbecue beef in crusty rolls.
Okay.
This recipe stands out because it calls for cooked beef, American cheese, French rolls, and microwave prep.
Microwave. Interesting.
Yeah, it's almost like a barbecue sloppy joe, a quick, comforting sandwich. The microwave component is a real departure from traditional slow-cooked barbecue, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
And it showcases a fascinating evolution of the barbecue concept. This recipe highlights how the flavor profile of barbecue can be integrated into various formats, prioritizing convenience.
Right, for a quick meal. Exactly. It's about achieving that familiar, comforting taste through accessible, quick methods rather than strictly adhering to traditional, long, slow cooks. It kind of challenges the purist view of barbecue while still satisfying a common craving for those smoky, tangy flavors in a weeknight-friendly form.
Now, for something that feels more like a true traditional barbecue commitment, we have barbecue beef sandwiches version 2.
Ah, the slow cook.
Yes.
Yeah.
This recipe features a rump roast cooked for a substantial 14 to 16 hours in a crock pot. That's a serious dedication to tenderness and deep flavor development.
This recipe perfectly exemplifies classic low and slow cooking, deliberately choosing a tougher cut like rump roast and leveraging the crock pot's extended, gentle heat. The flour coating likely serves a dual purpose, helping to thicken the sauce into a rich, clinging texture and also sealing in moisture for that fall-apart tender result.
Okay.
And the inclusion of instant beef bouillon further concentrates the savory base, ensuring a deeply flavored and cohesive sandwich filling after such an extended cooking time. Worth the wait, I bet.
Oh, yeah. There's also a simpler barbecue beef sandwiches, version 1, that offers speed without sacrificing flavor by starting with pre-smoked chopped brisket.
Ah, the shortcut. Smart.
Exactly. It's a brilliant shortcut for getting authentic smoky flavor in a flash.
This really highlights the clever use of convenience products without compromising on the desired outcome. By starting with pre-smoked brisket, you bypass hours of smoking, yet you still achieve that foundational flavor.
Right.
Then the simmering process in the skillet allows the barbecue sauce and brown sugar to deeply penetrate the already tender meat, creating a cohesive and well-seasoned sandwich filling ready in a relatively short amount of time. It's all about efficient flavor delivery.
For those who love gnawing on bones, we have barbecued beef ribs. The approach here is to prepare a robust sauce separately with minced garlic, prepared mustard, sugar, tomato puree, soy sauce, bay leaves.
Nice combo.
Then generously brush it over ribs that are baked and then basted frequently. What's the benefit of preparing the sauce separately and basting throughout the baking process?
Well, this approach of preparing a robust sauce separately and then frequently basting during baking is a common and really effective technique.
Okay.
It allows the flavors of the sauce, especially the prepared mustard, for a different kind of tang, and the aromatic bay leaves to gradually build layers on the ribs without them drying out during the initial cook.
Ah, layers of flavor.
Precisely. The frequent basting is critical for both moisture and flavor development, creating a beautiful glaze and ensuring the ribs remain juicy while absorbing that rich, complex sauce.
Now, for a truly international twist, barbecued beef short ribs take us in an exciting new direction with Chinese five-spice powder and sherry in the marinade.
Ooh, five spice?
Yeah, that sounds like a deep, aromatic, and savory sweet flavor profile. What does this strong Asian influence bring to beef short ribs?
This recipe showcases a profound Asian influence, transforming the familiar beef short rib into an aromatic, savory, sweet delight. The combination of soy sauce, fresh ginger, sherry, dark brown sugar, and that complex Chinese five-spice powder creates an incredibly layered marinade. Five-spice, with its blend of star anise, cloves, cinnamon, Sichuan pepper, fennel seeds, it imparts this warm, almost exotic depth. And the two-stage cooking, initially covered for tenderness, then uncovered for caramelization, ensures that the sugars in the marinade develop a delicious, glossy crust, truly making it a distinct culinary experience.
And for the serious barbecue enthusiasts, there's Best of the Border Barbecue Brisket Austin Am. This calls for a hefty 10 pounds of brisket.
10 pounds! Serious business.
A dry rub, and a fascinating technique of wrapping the brisket in foil with beer partway through the cook. This sounds like classic Texas-style barbecue.
Yeah.
Can you explain the significance of this Texas crutch technique?
Oh, yeah. This recipe is indeed a deep dive into the heart of Texas-style brisket, and it demonstrates a critical technique known as the Texas crutch.
The Texas crutch, okay.
Wrapping the brisket in foil with liquid, like beer, after several hours of initial smoking, serves a few vital purposes. Firstly, it helps push the meat through the stall.
Ah, the dreaded stall.
Exactly, that frustrating plateau in temperature that brisket often hits. Secondly, it traps moisture, ensuring a supremely moist and tender result, which is crucial for such a large, tough cut. And the fat cap, placed up, slowly renders and bathes the meat, adding flavor and moisture throughout the long cooking process, leads to that coveted fall-apart texture.
Let's pivot to something quicker with basil marinated flank steak. Flank steak is such a great cut for marinating and grilling relatively quickly.
Yeah, very versatile.
And the red wine vinegar and basil here suggest a lighter, almost Mediterranean feel.
Yeah.
How does this marinade specifically work to tenderize and flavor a lean cut like flank steak?
Well, this recipe truly emphasizes the power of a well-designed marinade, not just for flavor, but crucially for tenderization.
Okay.
Flank steak, being a lean and somewhat fibrous cut, benefits immensely from a long soak. The red wine vinegar acts as an acid, beginning to break down the mottle fibers.
Right, the acid.
While the olive oil helps to carry the fat-soluble flavors of garlic and basil deep into the meat. The dry basil, in particular, will rehydrate and release its aromatic compounds, creating a fresh, herbaceous, tangy profile that perfectly complements a quick, high-heat grilling. And of course, the essential diagonal slicing against the grain upon serving is key for maximizing tenderness.
Kebabs are always a crowd pleaser. And beef and vegetable kebabs take a smart, practical approach by suggesting separating the meat and veggie skewers.
Smart move.
Yeah, that seems like a really clever move for cooking control, ensuring everything cooks perfectly. What other elements make this a standout kebab recipe?
Well, that separation of skewers is indeed a practical masterstroke. It addresses the common challenge of disparate cooking times between meat and vegetables, preventing either from being over or undercooked.
Yeah, happens all the time.
Beyond that, the marinade, with dry sherry and soy sauce, infuses the beef and onions with a distinct umami profile and a subtle sweetness. The variety of vegetables, squash, zucchini, mushrooms, cherry tomatoes, adds layers of texture and natural sweetness that caramelize beautifully on the grill. And the final brushing with Italian dressing and reserved marinade ensures every component is packed with flavor, making for a vibrant and satisfying dish.
And for something truly inventive, we have bruschetta burgers. Bruschetta flavors in a burger.
Right, sounds amazing.
It sounds absolutely gourmet and fresh, blending Italian freshness with a classic American staple.
Eee.
And the use of crumbled goat or feta cheese is just a brilliant touch.
This recipe is an elegant fusion, yeah? Merging the bright, fresh flavors of Italian bruschetta with the comforting familiarity of a burger, the brilliance lies in how simple, fresh ingredients elevate the dish. Grilling the burger buns and scallions adds a layer of smoky char and subtle sweetness. The combination of ripe tomatoes, aromatic thyme, and the tang of goat or feta cheese introduces an incredible depth of flavor and texture that transforms a simple, lean, ground beef patty into something much more sophisticated. It's a fantastic example of how diverse culinary traditions can inspire unique barbecue creations.
Okay, let's talk about pork. Truly the versatile star of so many barbecue traditions.
Oh yeah, pork is king for many.
We'll start with baby back ribs. This recipe calls for a complex paste-like wub using mild to hot paprika, dry mustard, garlic powder, cayenne, ginger, black pepper, mixed with honey, red wine vinegar, Worcestershire, and a full bottle of beer.
A whole bottle, wow.
That sounds like a serious flavor infusion before the slow roast.
It absolutely is. This recipe cleverly combines the best of both worlds. A comprehensive dry rub for intense surface flavor, and a wet paste enriched with honey, vinegar, and beer, which also acts as a tenderizing and moisturizing agent. The full bottle of beer adds malty notes and helps create that creamy consistency, allowing the flavors to deeply penetrate the meat during that hour-long refrigeration. Then the long, slow cook in the oven is ideal for rendering fat and breaking down connective tissues, making the ribs incredibly tender. And the option for charring at the end provides that perfect textural contrast.
Next, we have barbecue ham, which brings a delightful sweet and tangy profile, primarily through a pineapple and lemon juice glaze.
Ah, pineapple and ham. Classic.
A classic combo, but elevating it to barbecue with a homemade glaze makes it truly special, I think.
This recipe perfectly illustrates how a carefully crafted glaze can transform a dish. The sweetness and acidity from the pineapple and lemon juice are a natural counterpoint to the inherent saltiness of smoked ham.
Right.
Grilling the ham and then the pineapple slices separately adds a smoky depth and lovely caramelization, enhancing their natural sugars. The frequent basting ensures the ham is permeated with this vibrant, balanced flavor profile, resulting in a juicy, tender, and incredibly aromatic dish.
For an Asian-inspired barbecue experience, there's barbecue pork. This recipe for pork tenderloin uses sherry, hoisin sauce, honey, soy sauce, garlic.
The classics.
Right. But what's truly intriguing is the method. Skewering the meat with steel hangers and letting it hang on the top oven rack over a pan of water. That sounds like a fascinating technique.
This hanging technique is indeed fascinating and a hallmark of traditional Chinese char siu.
Ah, char siu.
By suspending the pork tenderloin, it allows for incredibly even cooking and dripping, creating a tender interior while developing a beautifully glazed and caramelized exterior.
Hmm.
The two-stage roasting temperature higher initially than lower ensures that balance. A cooked interior and a delicious, slightly crisp crust. The hoisin, honey, soy sauce marinade infuses the lean tenderloin with that signature savory, sweet, and aromatic flavor. Makes for a truly authentic experience.
Another unique recipe is barbecue pork ribs with currant glaze. Currant jelly glaze.
Currant jelly.
Interesting. That's a unique and sophisticated twist on barbecue ribs, offering a beautiful sweet and tart contrast. I wouldn't typically associate currant jelly with ribs.
No, it's less common, but this recipe introduces a more sophisticated fruit-based glaze, which is actually a brilliant counterpoint to the richness of spare ribs.
How so?
Well, currant jelly, with its natural tartness and sweetness, combined with citrus juices, creates a vibrant, slightly acidic glaze that cuts through the fattiness of the pork beautifully.
Okay.
The initial dry rub lays down a foundation of aromatic spices like ginger, coriander, paprika, while the glaze is applied in the final stages of grilling. This allows it to caramelize and become sticky without burning, adding a glossy finish and a burst of unique flavor.
We also have another oven-baked option for ribs. Barbecued baby back ribs.
Yeah.
This version also uses hoisin and sherry in its marinade, combined with sugar, ketchup, minced garlic, then oven-baked without crowding.
Right.
This sounds like a great way to achieve that slow-baked tenderness without needing an outdoor grill.
This recipe effectively brings the essence of barbecue indoors. The long marination with hoisin, sherry, ketchup ensures deep flavor penetration into the ribs. And the instruction not to crowd the ribs in the baking dish is crucial. It allows for proper air circulation, preventing the ribs from steaming, and instead encouraging them to roast and develop that desirable crispness and caramelization on the surface. It's a testament to adapting barbecue techniques to be accessible in any kitchen.
For a truly elaborate pork dish, barbecued spare ribs offers an intensely flavorful, multi-step recipe with Chinese chili bean sauce, satay paste, cilantro, orange zest.
Wow, that's a lineup.
Right, this sounds like a culinary journey in itself.
This is truly a sophisticated recipe employing a two-stage cooking method for maximum flavor and texture. An initial low bake renders fat and tenderizes the pork, followed by grilling with a highly aromatic and complex sauce. The extensive list of Asian ingredients, Chinese chili bean sauce for savory heat, satay paste for nutty depth, fresh cilantro and ginger for vibrancy, orange zest for bright acidity builds a deeply layered flavor profile. It's a fantastic example of how barbecue can be incredibly nuanced and culturally rich, inviting exploration beyond familiar territory.
Now for speed and convenience in pork barbecue, there's barbecued pork recipe version 2, which ingeniously uses the microwave.
The microwave again. Love it.
It combines honey, soy sauce, hoisin, 5-spice, even red food coloring for pork tenderloins, cooked and basted in the microwave. A barbecue recipe designed for the microwave. That definitely challenges traditional ideas of slow cooking.
This recipe truly challenges assumptions about what barbecue can be, showcasing that it's not always about outdoor grilling or long oven times. The microwave cooking, combined with an effective marinade and strategic basting, provides a remarkably fast way to achieve flavorful, tender pork tenderloin. It's especially appealing for quick preparations, demonstrating an adaptability to modern kitchen constraints while still delivering on that distinct, savory, sweet, spicy barbecue flavor. It's a testament to modern culinary innovation.
And for another interpretation of barbecue pork, this version, using pork tenderloin, soy sauce, hoisin, sherry, honey, garlic, it shares that unique hanging method in the oven that we discussed earlier.
Ah, the hanging method again.
Right. But what's really interesting here is the suggestion to serve it cold with sesame and Chinese hot mustard. That's a distinct culinary tradition, isn't it? Serving it cold.
Indeed. Serving barbecue pork cold is a distinct tradition, very common in Chinese culinary practices. This highlights the duality of barbecue. Sometimes it's meant to be enjoyed fresh off the grill or out of the oven, piping hot. Other times, like this char siu style pork, it's intended to be a chilled, flavorful component of a larger meal, where the flavors have deepened and settled and the texture becomes wonderfully firm yet tender. The accompaniments of sesame and Chinese hot mustard perfectly complement its rich, savory, sweet profile.
Diving even deeper into Chinese barbecue, we have char siu, barbecued pork strips. This recipe specifically called for 2 pounds of boneless pork butt and a marinade that includes minced, a specific ingredient from Oriental markets.
Mindsy.
That hints at a truly authentic recipe and a deep dive into traditional Chinese methods. What is Mindsy, and how does it contribute to the authenticity?
Okay, so Mindsy is essentially a fermented soybean condiment, often a paste, which is a staple in many East Asian cuisines. Its inclusion here is indeed a key indicator of authenticity. It brings a profound, savory, umami depth that's complex, slightly salty, rich, contributing significantly to the signature flavor profile of traditional char siu, combined with chicken stock, dark soy sauce, honey, hoisin, and that characteristic red food coloring. It creates a marinade that delivers both the visual appeal and the deeply savory sweet taste that true char siu is known for. Plus, that two-stage roasting for a beautiful crust.
Another variation, char siu, barbecued pork, uses lean pork butt and leans on roasting salt and oyster sauce in its marinade. And the instructions specifically state to roast it uncovered and basted frequently. How does roasting salt differ from regular salt in this context? And what's the significance of that uncovered roasting with frequent basting?
Good questions. Roasting salt here likely refers to a coarser grain salt, maybe sometimes seasoned, but primarily used in a way that allows it to adhere well and develop a crust. Its distinct mineral quality, as opposed to table salt, can add a different dimension. The instruction to roast uncovered and baste frequently is absolutely key for achieving that glossy, caramelized exterior characteristic of good char siu. It allows the sugars and sauces to continuously reduce and stick to the meat, building up layers of flavor and a beautiful, slightly chewy, intensely flavored crust. The umami from the oyster sauce, alongside the honey and white wine, ensures a rich and balanced flavor.
And taking barbecue pork to a completely different format, we have chai si bo, barbecue pork bun.
Ah, the buns. Dim sum favorite.
Exactly. This is a full-on baking project, from making the dough with all-purpose and cake flour and yeast, to preparing a complex pork filling with oyster and hoisin sauce, and then steaming the buns. This truly shows the breadth of barbecue applications beyond just grilling.
This recipe highlights just how versatile the concept of barbecue can be, expanding it from a main course to a delightful dim sum item. The detailed instructions for dough preparation, including different flours, yeast activation, underscore the precision required in baking to achieve that perfect, soft, slightly sweet, steamed bun texture. And the homemade barbecue pork filling, enriched with a careful blend of oyster, hoisin, soy sauces, ensures maximum flavor integration, creating a dish where the barbecue isn't just a sauce, but a core component of a larger, intricate culinary creation. It's a true immersion into a different culinary art form.
For a more straightforward char siu barbecue pork recipe, this version uses boneless pork roast with garlic, soy, sesame oil, hoisin, white sugar, marinating for a couple of hours, and then oven baking.
Simple and direct.
Right. This sounds perfect for getting those foundational flavors quickly and efficiently without a multi-day commitment.
This recipe offers an excellent entry point for someone looking to experience char siu without the more complex techniques or extended marination times of other versions. It skillfully captures the essence of char-siu with those key ingredients: hoisin for sweetness and tang, soy sauce for umami, sesame oil for its distinct nutty aroma. The relatively short marination and direct oven baking provide a quick way to achieve a flavorful and satisfying result, making it accessible for a weeknight culinary adventure.
For a deep, flavorful Chinese barbecue, consider this Chinese barbecued pork recipe, which features 2 pork tenderloins with a full 24-hour marinade.
24 hours, that's commitment.
The marinade itself is a rich blend of light soy, black bean sauce, hoisin, sherry, ginger root, brown sugar, garlic, sesame oil, 5-spice powder. Plus, it involves tying the ends of the tenderloins with kitchen string. A 24-hour marinade and tying the meat, those are pro tips for a lean cut like tenderloin.
This recipe represents a deeper dive into Chinese barbecue, emphasizing prolonged marination for profound flavor penetration into lean tenderloin. The full 24-hour soak allows those complex flavors, especially the unique fermented, savory depth from black bean sauce, distinct from other char siu variations, to truly infuse the meat. Tying the ends of the tenderloins is a brilliant chef's trick. It helps maintain a uniform shape, ensuring even cooking, and prevents the ends from drying out prematurely. And resting the meat after cooking is equally vital, allowing muscle fibers to relax and reabsorb juices, resulting in a perfectly succulent and flavorful roast.
Okay, and for one of the most surprising combinations in this entire collection.
Uh-oh, what is it?
We have peanut butter marinated ribs recipe.
Peanut butter on ribs.
Yes, you heard that right. Peanut butter in a barbecue marinade for pork ribs. My initial reaction is just surprise. What's the function of peanut butter here? What kind of flavor profile does it ultimately achieve beyond the obvious nuttiness?
That's a fantastic question, and this recipe is indeed a surprising one that pushes the boundaries. The peanut butter here serves multiple intriguing functions.
Okay.
Beyond the immediate nutty flavor, which naturally pairs well with ginger, garlic, soy, it adds a remarkable creaminess and richness to the marinade.
Add richness.
Yeah, and this fat content would actively help to tenderize and moisturize the ribs, preventing them from drying out during cooking.
Right.
It kind of evokes the flavors of satay, maybe a Southeast Asian influence,
Latte. Makes sense.
blending sweet, savory, spicy notes into a truly unique, sticky, and deeply flavorful coating for the ribs. It's unexpected, but could be an incredibly effective culinary twist.
Okay, moving beyond the usual pork and beef, this collection delves into poultry and game, showcasing even more versatility in barbecue. Let's talk about barbecue dove.
Dove. Interesting.
This recipe calls for dove breast parts, which are quite lean, brushed repeatedly with a sweet, tangy sauce, including ketchup, brown sugar, vinegar, Worcestershire, Tabasco, grilled quickly and served with wild rice.
Okay, what's fascinating here is the careful handling required for game meat, particularly dove breasts, which are notoriously lean and can dry out rapidly.
Right, very easy to overcook.
Exactly. The quick cooking time, just 3 to 5 minutes per side, is crucial to preserve their tenderness. The frequent brushing with a rich, sweet, tangy sauce is a brilliant strategy. It continuously bastes the delicate meat, locking in moisture and infusing it with flavor during its brief time on the grill. It ensures that the unique, slightly gamey taste of dove is complemented, not overwhelmed, by the barbecue notes.
For a universally appealing poultry dish, we have chicken breast with soy sauce honey glaze. With ginger and garlic, it sounds incredibly aromatic and perfectly balanced between sweet and savory.
Classic combo.
This recipe emphasizes a short 30–60 minute marinade and frequent basting on the grill.
This recipe beautifully highlights the effectiveness of short marinades for leaner meats, like chicken breast. The combination of soy sauce for umami, honey for sweetness, and the pungent aromatics of ginger and garlic creates a perfectly balanced, sweet and savory profile that's universally appealing.
Yeah.
Frequent basting on the grill is absolutely essential with a lean cut like chicken breast. It continuously adds moisture and flavor, preventing the meat from drying out and helping to develop a delicious caramelized glaze.
Now, let's journey to India with chicken tandoori.
Ah, tandoori.
Love it. This is a fantastic conclusion, truly showing barbecue styles from around the world. The recipe uses chicken leg pieces, a natural meat tenderizer, lemon juice, food coloring, and a complex yogurt marinade with ginger, garlic, cumin, cardamom, cayenne marinating overnight. The food coloring and tenderizer are particularly fascinating elements, contributing to that distinctive look and texture.
This deep dive into tandoori chicken illustrates a form of barbecue deeply rooted in Indian cuisine. The two key elements here are the meat tenderizer and, most critically, the yogurt marinade.
The yogurt, right.
The lactic acid in the yogurt works wonders.
Yeah.
It tenderizes the meat while simultaneously keeping it incredibly moist during the high-heat cooking typically associated with a tandoor oven or a hot grill. The rich blend of Indian spices cumin, cardamom, cayenne, fresh ginger, garlic creates that iconic tandoori flavor and vibrant aroma. The food coloring, while optional, is traditional for achieving that signature deep red or yellow hue. It's a masterclass in flavor and texture through fermentation and spices.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. We're talking barbecue alligator tail.
Okay, now we're talking exotic.
The recipe suggests a milk marinade with rosemary and red pepper flakes for alligator tail steaks, which are then patted dry, seasoned, oiled, and cooked over high coals. That's something you don't see every day. And a milk marinade for alligator.
This recipe is genuinely unique and really pushes our definition of barbecue. Alligator meat is notoriously lean and can be tough, so tenderization is absolutely key.
Right.
The milk marinade is interesting because it's often used for that very purpose. The lactic acid in milk can help to gently break down tough muscle fibers while also imparting a subtle, almost creamy background flavor.
Didn't know that.
Seasoning it with rosemary, cayenne, red pepper flakes adds a bold, almost Southern or Cajun-inspired spice profile. Cooking over high coals for a relatively short, intense period is crucial to cook it through and achieve a char without drying out the delicate texture that results from tenderization. It's truly an adventurous take on barbecue.
For a lighter, fresher take on seafood barbecue, we have barbecue salmon steaks with green ginger sauce, Salmon with a vibrant green sauce that sounds incredibly fresh and full of flavor.
Sounds lovely.
And a hard-boiled egg in the sauce. That's an unexpected but intriguing ingredient.
This recipe perfectly showcases a brighter, more delicate side of barbecue, moving away from heavy sauces. The simple soy sugar glaze provides a lovely initial caramelization to the salmon, enhancing its natural richness.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the green sauce is where the brilliance lies. It's a vibrant blend of fresh herbs like chives and parsley, capers for briny acidity, and the surprising addition of hard-boiled egg.
The egg. Why the egg?
The egg adds a creamy richness and body to the sauce, helping it emulsify with the olive oil and creating a luxurious yet fresh counterpoint that truly elevates the delicate flavors of the salmon. It's a sophisticated balance of textures and tastes.
Then there's barbecued oyster with shiitakes. Oysters and shiitake mushrooms baked in the oven with a spicy Asian sauce. This sounds like gourmet barbecue right there.
Ooh, oysters and shiitakes. Sophisticated indeed.
The recipe uses Chinese oyster sauce, hoisin sauce, minced serrano chili, and ketchup.
This is definitely a sophisticated appetizer. The combination of rich oyster and hoisin sauces with the subtle heat of serrano chili perfectly complements the brininess of oysters and the earthiness of shiitake. Baking ensures a gentle cook that preserves the delicate textures. Really nice.
For a more classic salmon barbecue approach, there's Bob's Barbacoed Salmon.
Bob's simple and reliable sounding.
Right. This one uses a simple yet elegant butter and lemon-based sauce with white wine vinegar, lemon zest, garlic salt, hot pepper sauce, brushed generously on salmon steaks and cooked over hot coals with a barbecue cover. That sounds like a great way to infuse smoky flavor while keeping the fish juicy.
This recipe focuses on enhancing the natural flavors of salmon with a bright, acidic, and slightly spicy butter sauce. The use of both lemon juice and zest amplifies the fresh citrus notes, while white wine vinegar adds another layer of tang. Covering the barbecue is a smart technique.
Why cover it?
It helps to trap and circulate the smoke, infusing that desirable smoky flavor into the fish, while simultaneously creating a convection environment that keeps the salmon incredibly moist. Frequent basting further ensures a rich, flavorful coating and a juicy result. Simple, but effective.
And for a fast, punchy seafood dish, we have Cajun barbecue shrimp. This is cooked in a skillet with Cajun barbecue butter, then finished with beer and chicken bouillon, and a final pat of unsalted butter shaken into the pan.
Ooh, quick skillet shrimp.
Yeah, this sounds incredibly quick and flavorful, perfect for a speedy weeknight meal with a kick.
This recipe truly provides a fast, intense flavor experience. Perfect when you want big flavors in a short amount of time. The Cajun barbecue butter acts as the foundational spice bomb,
Right.
which is then amplified by the richness of the beer and the savory depth of chicken bouillon. The technique of shaking the pan to incorporate that final pat of unsalted butter is a classic restaurant trick. It emulsifies with the other liquids, creating a glossy, rich sauce that beautifully coats each shrimp, transforming a quick sauté into a deeply satisfying and flavor-packed dish.
Finally, let's explore lamb, bringing a Mediterranean touch to our barbecue journey with barbecued butterflied leg of lamb with mint.
Ah, lamb and mint, perfect pairing.
This impressive recipe involves butterflying a 5-6 pound leg of lamb and uses a balsamic mint jelly glaze. Butterflying is such an elegant technique, and that glaze sounds absolutely exquisite, a real showstopper.
This recipe truly demonstrates advanced grilling techniques for a large, impressive cut of meat. Butterflying the leg of lamb is a brilliant move. It creates more uniform thickness, allowing for incredibly even cooking and significantly increasing the surface area for the marinade to penetrate.
Makes sense.
The combination of balsamic vinegar and mint, especially with mint jelly, is a classic and sublime pairing for lamb, creating a beautifully balanced, sweet, tangy, and herbaceous profile. Successfully managing charcoal temperature for a large cut like this is also key, ensuring a perfectly cooked, tender interior with a delicious caramelized crust. This is indeed a dish designed to impress.
Okay, we've covered the main acts, the meats, the stars,
Yeah.
but the supporting cast, the rubs, marinades, and sides, they're just as important, right? In building a truly complete barbecue experience, they add complexity, balance, unexpected delights.
Indeed, these elements are often where culinary creativity truly shines. A thoughtfully crafted rub or marinade establishes the flavor foundation for the main protein, while well-chosen sides can cut through richness, add a refreshing counterpoint, or introduce textural contrast, collectively elevating the entire meal into a cohesive and memorable culinary journey.
Let's start with some barbecue rubs. This particular recipe features a serious spice blend: New Mexico chili, Hungarian paprika, cumin, coriander, onion, and garlic powder, dry mustard, black pepper, thyme, curry powder, and allspice.
Wow, that's quite a mix. A global tour indeed.
Right, it's a global tour in one rub. Suggests deep, complex flavors, especially when rubbed on meat and refrigerated overnight prior to smoking.
This comprehensive rub is indeed designed for profound flavor penetration, particularly effective when used for an overnight application before smoking. The carefully selected variety of spices, from the earthy warmth of New Mexico chili and cumin to the sweet peppery notes of Hungarian paprika, and the aromatic complexity of curry powder and allspice creates a multi-dimensional flavor profile.
Yeah?
It forms a complex, flavorful crust on the meat, which not only contributes significantly to the final taste, but also caramelizes beautifully during the long smoking process, adding textural interest and enhancing the overall barbecue experience.
And for delicate seafood, we have Cape Beaujolais fine fish marinade. This sounds like a much more delicate blend with dry white wine, soy sauce, light brown sugar, onion, garlic, and just a hint of hot pepper sauce.
Yeah.
Promises to enhance fish without overpowering it.
This is a perfectly balanced marinade, specifically formulated to complement delicate fish flavors rather than overwhelming them. The dry white wine provides a gentle acidity and aromatic lift,
Okay.
while the soy sauce contributes a crucial umami depth. The light brown sugar offers a subtle sweetness that aids in caramelization, and the finely chopped onion and crushed garlic ensure maximum flavor extraction into the liquid without creating large pieces that could burn. The judicious hint of hot pepper sauce adds just a touch of warmth, makes it a sophisticated choice for any whitefish or even shrimp.
Okay, now for some truly scrumptious sides. Barbecue baked sage potatoes takes a simple staple and makes it special. You slit the potatoes, insert strips of red pepper and sage leaves into the slits, then wrap them in foil. Yeah. This sounds like a really clever way to infuse flavor and keep the potatoes incredibly moist and tender.
This recipe ingeniously transforms a simple potato side into something quite special and deeply flavorful. The technique of slitting the potatoes and inserting red pepper and fresh sage leaves allows those vibrant flavors to directly infuse into the potato flesh as it cooks.
Right into the potato.
Exactly. Wrapping each potato in foil creates a perfect steaming environment, ensuring a tender, creamy interior while keeping all the aromatic compounds trapped inside. The olive oil, salt, pepper, brushed on the outside, contribute to a savory exterior as well. Makes for a truly satisfying and aromatic side dish.
For the ultimate corn experience, we have barbecued corn with 3 savory butters.
3 butters, now you're talking.
This is next level customization. It involves soaking corn on the cob, grilling it, and then offering 3 distinct butter options: a hot and spicy mustard butter, a red hot chili butter, and an herb butter. That soaking technique is also a great tip for juicy grilled corn.
This recipe truly elevates a simple side dish into a customizable culinary event. Soaking the corn on the cob before grilling is a fantastic technique. It helps the kernels stay incredibly juicy and plump during cooking, preventing them from drying out over direct heat.
Yeah, nobody likes dry corn.
No. And what's truly fascinating is the creativity in offering 3 distinct savory butters. This provides a whole spectrum of flavor profiles, from the zesty kick of mustard, to the intense heat of cayenne, to the fresh aromatic herbaceousness of chives, parsley, thyme. It allows you, the listener, to tailor the corn experience to individual preferences, making a humble side dish a memorable highlight.
Another punchy side dish is buffalo chili onions. This recipe uses large sweet onion slices brushed with a robust sauce of cayenne pepper sauce, chili powder, chili sauce, then grilled over medium-high coals until tender.
Ooh, spicy onions.
Yeah, that sounds like a side dish with a serious kick and a lot of flavor, transforming a simple onion into something really exciting.
This recipe brilliantly focuses on transforming a humble onion into a star side dish. The robust, spicy sauce, rich with cayenne pepper and chili powder, creates an incredibly intense flavor profile. Grilling the thick onion slices over medium-high coals achieves a beautiful caramelization, drawing out the natural sweetness of the onion while infusing it with that powerful chili heat. Frequent basting is crucial here. It builds up a glossy, flavorful coating, ensuring every layer of the onion is boosting with that spicy, savory goodness. It's a side that truly makes a statement.
And who says the grill is just for main courses? Calypso grilled pineapple is a fantastic dessert.
Grilled dessert, excellent.
It features pineapple wedges grilled with a rum, honey, and brown sugar glaze served with vanilla ice cream. This is a tropical dessert from the grill, Truly a delightful surprise.
This recipe is a brilliant example of how the grill can be creatively utilized for desserts, expanding the barbecue experience beyond savory dishes. The high heat of the grill caramelizes the pineapple's natural sugars, intensifying its sweetness and adding a wonderful smoky char.
That's sharp.
The rum-infused glaze with honey and brown sugar creates a rich, boozy, aromatic layer that melts into the warm pineapple. Serving it with cool vanilla ice cream provides a perfect textural and temperature contrast. Makes for an incredibly indulgent and refreshing tropical treat right from the barbecue.
Our final side dish is the vibrant chayote black-eyed pea relish.
Chayote, underrated.
Right, this sounds incredibly fresh, with chayote and black-eyed peas, mango, cilantro, serrano chili, roasted corn, lime juice, white wine vinaigrette. It's bursting with Tex-Mex or maybe Southern-inspired flavors.
This relish is a fantastic accompaniment, offering a perfect textural and flavor contrast to rich barbecued meats. The chayote provides a crisp, refreshing base, while the black-eyed peas add an earthy, hearty component.
Nice texture.
The vibrant additions of diced mango, fresh cilantro, the subtle heat of serrano chili create a dynamic balance of sweet, tart, spicy notes. Roasted corn kernels add another layer of flavor and texture, all brought together by the brightness of lime juice and white wine vinaigrette. It's a beautifully composed dish that invigorates the palate and provides a refreshing counterpoint to heavier barbecue items. Hashtag outro.
Wow, what an incredible deep dive we've had today into the diverse and delicious world of barbecue.
Truly incredible range.
From the subtle art of balancing heat in an ass-kicking sauce to the unexpected delight of, yes, peanut butter marinated ribs.
Still thinking about that one.
The sophistication of barbecued butterfly leg of lamb, and even the ingenious chayote black-eyed pea relish. We've seen just how much creativity and culture goes into this culinary tradition.
It truly emphasizes that barbecue is not a single monolithic entity, right? It's a vast, adaptable culinary art form, rich with regional variations and innovative techniques. Each recipe, each ingredient choice, each method tells a story about flavor, ingenuity, cultural heritage. You've now gained deeper insights to explore these traditions, understand their nuances, and maybe even begin to adapt them for your own taste.
So whether you're reaching for the charcoal, firing up the oven, or even, experimenting with the microwave,
Yes.
we hope this deep dive has armed you with knowledge and inspiration to try something new, something bold, something surprisingly delicious.
And this raises an important question for you, our listener. Given the incredible range we've explored today, what's one specific ingredient, maybe a technique or a cultural approach from this deep dive that most surprised you? And how do you think it might challenge or, expand your own definition of what barbecue truly can be in your own kitchen? Something to think about.